So on to our big topic of the week. It's a little quiz game I've put together entitled Back of the Box. Simple rules. Basically, I'm going to read the entire game description of a game that was released on a Nintendo system and appears on the back of the game box. So I'll read it in full and you have to guess what game it comes from. If you can guess the specific game, I will give you 3 points. If not, you can guess what game series the games come from. For example, it's a Zelda game I got, I'm not too sure what game is a Zelda one. You can get 2 points. And if you can't answer it, it will pass over from Greg to Nick and Nick to Greg, and you can steal a point for telling me either the series or the game it comes from.
So same rules as last time. Yeah?
Exactly, cool. Except this time, no music, just me reading. Now, I'm not going to give clues away by reading specific names or locations or weapon upgrades or things like that appear on the back of the box. I'm going to put in a handy beep when something gets outed. That would definitely give it away. Now, we're going to start off on NES games. So I will tell you what system it appeared on, and I basically got 4 NES games, 4 SNES games, 4 N64 games, and 4 GameCube games. We'll see how far we can get through them, and I've got a tiebreaker as well, which is a Switch game, just in case we need it. So let's get on to the number 1. Who wants to go first?
Greg can go first.
Okay. Thanks very much.
Now, sorry. What I've tried to do is I've tried to put 2 easy ones first, so you got an easy one each, and then I've tried to do the following 2 will be a little bit trickier, so you both got a trickier one, but that's according to me who knows the answers. So sorry in advance. So your first NES one, and this is for you, Greg, is you're inside the fortress planet Beep, the planet of endless secret passageways, where the Beep are multiplying. Left alone, the Beep are harmless, but in the wrong hands, they could destroy the galaxy. It's up to you to prevent the Beep that controls Beep from using the Beep for evil purposes. But that won't be easy. You will have to use your spacesuit to absorb valuable energy for your scourge to gain the use of powers like the Beep, Beep, and Beep. If you survive it, it will be you and your acquired powers against the Beep.
Surely it's beeping Metroid.
It most certainly is. 3 points for Greg. Good start, Greg. Okay, Nick, this should be your easy NES one. Welcome to the Beep, where the only sound you hear is your own heart pounding as you race through forests, lakes, mountains, and dungeonous mazes in an attempt to restore peace to the land of Beep. Along the way, you will be challenged by Beep and an endless range of ruthless creatures. But nothing to prevent you from finding the last fragment of the Beep. But don't despair. With a little luck and a lot of courage, you'll conquer your adversaries, unite the Beep fragments, and unravel the mystery of Beep.
Hyrule. Yeah.
It is in
well,
Hyrule.
the question is it Zelda 1 or Zelda 2? And I'm going to say Zelda, The Legend of Zelda original.
It is the original, yes. I kept it nice and easy.
Very easy, actually. Okay.
Good. Okay. Now, I actually, because the NES was the first one and how the game, I don't think these next 2 are particularly difficult, but we'll crack on. Greg, this is your second NES game. It is. You'll have to think fast and move even faster to complete this quest. The Beep is being held captive by the evil Beep tribe of Beeps. It's up to you to rescue her from the clutches of the Beep before time runs out, but it won't be easy. To get to the Beep, you will have to climb mountains, cross seas, avoid bottomless pits, fight off Beep soldiers, and a host of black magic traps that only a Beep can devise. It's another non-stop adventure from the Beep.
It's hard, that one.
Oh, it's a little bit trickier.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's certainly trickier, and I'm kind of trying to think, if you're getting these off the back of the boxes, I'm wondering, are these your own boxes?
They are not. They are boxes, and I've taken them all from the PAL versions from the internet.
I'm not going to get you to read that out again. I don't know. Ninja Gaiden.
It's not from Ninja Gaiden. Nick, for 1 point, you can steal it. Doesn't have to be the specific game. Can just be the series.
That's exactly what I was going to say. Ninja Gaiden. Mountains, lakes. What else was there?
Bottomless pits.
Okay.
Seas.
I thought at first it might be River City Ransom, but it's definitely not that. And you rescuing a girl, yeah?
Says you have to rescue her from the clutches of the beep.
From the clutches of the beep. I have no idea. Prince of Persia.
It's not. You were rescuing her from the clutches of the Cooper King.
Jesus
It
Christ.
is the back of the box from Super Mario Brothers.
The original.
Yes.
That's weird, okay? Because I was thinking Mario at the start, and then the more you kept going, it's like...
I know, it's so off-putting. Mountains, seas, bottomless pits, fight off turtle soldiers. Yes, very, very, very strange.
Turtle soldiers.
Okay, not so easy. Wow. Nick, onto your number 2. Far away in a kingdom called Beep, the evil goddess Beep has stolen the 3 sacred treasures and imprisoned the goddess of light. Beep. As Beep, your mission is to find the treasures, destroy Beep and rescue Beep from the depths of the palace in the sky. To find the treasures, you travel through ruined location weapons and storing power for use in combat against creatures of Beep's army. Use your bow and arrow to ward off gatekeepers of the underworld, overworld and skyworld as you strive towards your battle against Beep.
I feel robbed.
Yeah. See, I was fairly confident at the beginning. I knew what it was, and then when you said bow and arrow, it was Kid Icarus.
It most certainly was Kid Icarus. You take it for 6 points, Nick. So we're going to move on to some SNES games. Greg, you're going to have the first one, and this one should be certainly easier than the last NES game you had. Beep's off on his biggest adventure ever, and this time he's brought along a friend. Beep teams up with Beep to battle Beep, who was kidnapped, Beep once again. Guide Beep and Beep through 9 peril-filled worlds to the final showdown in Beep's castle. Use Beep's new power and Beep's voracious monster gobbling appetite as you explore 96 levels filled with dangerous new monsters and traps, climb mountains, cross rivers, and descend into subterranean depths. Destroy all the 7 Beep castles and find keys to gain entrance to hidden levels.
Well, it's one of the greatest games of all time, and I was slightly thrown off by 9 worlds because in my head there's 8, but
Yeah.
if you're including Star
Road.
that would be 9. So obviously Super Mario World.
It most certainly is. Did the 96 levels give it away as well?
Oh, it was long gone by then.
Oh, yeah. Isn't there 8 castles, not 7?
It says 7 on the back of the box. Amazing. On to yours. Your first SNES game, Nick. This should be another easy one. Slug your way through the grueling and sweat-pounding matches of the minor, major, and world circuits.
Can we stop now?
Dodge bone...
Punch
I
Out.
can stop. It is Punch-Out.
Super Punch Out.
Super Punch-Out, yes. I just said Chinese then, do I? Yes, it is Super Punch-Out. And it was going to go on to, it says, face off against all favourites, including Beep, 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 and Beep. Anyway, there's a lot of name drops on that. But yes, as soon as you hear minor, major, and world circuits, massive giveaway. Okay, these next 2 will be more difficult. Greg, onto your second SNES game. It's World Payback time, and the infamous Red Falcon is here to collect. Welcome to 2636, the year the Notorious One gets even, with an unprecedented alien onslaught orchestrated to push 16-bit technology and its commandos to their ultimate reaches. Plunge through a molten hot massacre on a high-speed voyage to the guts of the arch-enemy alien. Scope out the side and top perspectives and backgrounds that do a 360 to engulf you in 3D sensation. Pick off solar slime dogs like the mutant megasquitos and the psychocyclers while you scale over mountains, walls, and from girders and ropes. Hitch rides on a missile wherever it takes. Sweat through 6 gut-splitting stages, including the Battle of the Blazing Sky and the Mucho Grande Badlands. The graphics are so real, the explosions will nearly knock you off your feet. There's a bit of hyperbole on the back of that box.
Yeah.
The only game I can think of, and I'm not sure that it's right, is Super Probotector.
I am...
And I can't remember the beginning of your description.
I am going to give you 2 points because it's in that series. It wasn't Super Probotector.
Alien Wars, no?
It was the Alien Wars. Contra 3, the
That is
Alien
it.
Wars.
That is it.
That is Super Probotector.
Yeah.
Ah, then,
It's like
perfect.
Contra 3, but it was called Super
That's
Probotector.
right,
Yeah.
Super Probotector. Okay.
You're not
Thank you
doing
very much.
this to me again, Lee.
Sebastian Tutt's making a comeback. Super Probotector it was. Well done, Greg. Good guessing. On to your slightly harder SNES game, Nick. Welcome to Beep Soldier. Now shut up and start fighting, because there's no time to waste. We're talking total war against the forces of evil, with the only thing standing between civilization and the end of everything as we know it is you. One angry marine with a handgun and a bad attitude. This is full auto 16 meg faithful version of the Beep, which means all the same monsters, levels, weapons and surprises are around for a screaming fast descent into danger with sudden death lurking around every corner. Strap on your ammo and prepare to spit lead, because now's your chance to be a hero or die trying.
I'm going to guess. I'm not sure, but I'm going to guess Doom.
It is Doom.
Yeah.
Good guessing, yes.
Was there a Duke Nukem game, by the way, on the SNES?
On the
Because I wasn't sure if it was that or...
I think Greg is shaking his head there. Was the first time Duke Nukem appeared on
64.
on the N64?
Oh yeah, on a PS1. I think that was the
Yeah,
era.
yeah. Okay, we're going on to the N64, boys. And a very easy and short one, first of all, for you, Greg. The mantle has been passed. You've become protector of the Earth. You are now, beep, make dinosaurs extinct again.
I assume that is Turok 1.
It is Turok Dinosaur Hunter. And there were wonderful little quotes on the back of this which made me laugh. Ultra Game Players had said, the most realistic graphics ever seen on a console system. And Nintendo Power said, the arsenal of shooting devices could supply an armoured division. Brilliant. Another easy, I believe, one for the N64 for you, Nick. The guys at Beep have been very, very naughty. The day after his 21st birthday bash, Beep's sporting the worst hangover ever, and he just can't seem to find his way home. Prepare to stagger through randy, raunchy, raucous scenarios, crammed full of bad manners, twisted humour, and graphic bodily functions. Unless you're a fan of violence, foul language, and racy innuendo, you best stay clear of this one.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
It is Conker's Bad Fur
I
Day.
was just gonna say, like, I'm not a fan of bad language, innuendo, or what was the other one? Violence.
Violence, raucous humour, graphic bodily functions.
I'm not a fan of any of those things, and that is like absolutely one of my favourite N64 games.
They nailed it. On to a slightly more difficult one for the N64, Greg. The insect invasion has begun. The galaxy is being infested by the evil Beep and his horde of Beeps. Already the planet of Beep has been subjugated and the peaceful Beep enslaved. With an arsenal of mega weapons at their disposal, the Beep team must travel in search of Beep's lair, rescuing Beeps and splattering Beep all along his way. But can Beep Beep and their faithful Beep exterminate the deadly threat before it's too late?
Oh man.
Oh,
I got-
you thinking?
There's a lot of it could be a lot of stuff, you know. There's a lot of generic. Nick thinks he knows it. Okay.
100%.
A lot of generic stuff there, and there's a lot of name dropping where those beeps happen.
I kind of got lost along the way because, like, whenever it started off, I had a game in my head and I was thinking about how it might apply to that game. It's not a game I finished, but then the more it went on, like, I sort of lost. I started to think maybe it's not that game, and then I kind of forgot what what you said before that. Body Harvest.
Oh,
It's
Greg.
not Body Harvest, no.
That's
Nick.
exactly what I was thinking from the start as well. I was thinking it's either Body Harvest or the other game, which one of the beeps was Mizar, one of the beeps was Juno,
Very good.
one of the beeps was Tribals, maybe?
Very good. Vila, their faithful dog Lupus.
Lupus, yeah. Jet Force Gemini.
It is Jet Force Gemini. You've stolen one more point.
Can't argue with that one.
On to yours, Nick. The fourth N64 game, and your second. 2016 AD. Earth is dead. Mankind annihilated. Hunted to extinction by a century of alien attacks. One desperate chance remains. Someone must travel back in time and attack the alien predators before they complete their hideous invasion. Beep, a genetically enhanced marine, is chosen to make the trip into the far reaches of Earth's history. His goal? Stop the alien Beep. 5 vast levels of action-packed adventure spanning more than a century.
I'm not sure, but I think it might be. I think this one is Body Harvest.
It is Body Harvest.
I've never played that, actually. But,
DMA, which
yeah,
were
Rockstar, isn't it?
Rockstar.
Rockstar.
They developed into Rockstar. It was an open world game, very foggy, but very nice shooter.
foggy. I remember seeing how foggy it was.
Yeah, I enjoyed that back in the day. On to some GameCube games. When Greg said, I was thinking of Body Harvest for the Jet Force Gemini, I thought, wow. Your first GameCube game, Greg. I nearly said the name of it then. Take a deep breath. Meet the world's newest celluloid superhero. Introducing Beep, an average guy that gets caught up in a crazy stunt-filled action movie world in order to save his girl, Beep, from the clutches of evil. Redefines action games, stunning 2D, 3D hybrid action. Obliterate your enemies using Beep, vividly comic and cartoon-style visuals. An absolute joy to play.
Ain't you the go-go, baby?
Oh, yes, it is.
Beautiful,
You don't
Joe.
even have to say the name.
See, I had absolutely no idea what that was.
And IGN had said it was the GameCube Game of the Year.
Yeah.
On the
Good
back
shout.
of the box.
Good shout.
Okay, Nick. Hopefully a similarly easy one for you. Evil waits below the surface. Something sinister lurks in the depths of Beep. Interstellar Beep is the only one who can destroy this evil. But first, it must be found. Explore the enormous regions of Beep, from the frozen Beep to the crumbling Beep. Use all the technological upgrades to Beep, including the Beep and Beep. Wield powerful weapons like the Beep and Beep as you take on the Beep and their legions.
Metroid Prime.
It is Metroid Prime, yes. Very good. Let's move on to your second GameCube one, Greg. Time passes, the pages turn. Get ready for a 2-dimensional adventure as Beep returns to Beep form to discover a mystery that sleeps behind an ancient portal called Beep. The quest is long, the dangers many, and this time Beep will have to make full use of his Beep qualities just to survive. A quizzical look on your face there.
Very quizzical, because I'm not remembering too many like 2-dimensional games.
Yeah,
on
me too.
GameCube.
That's what's lost me. I'm really not sure about this one either. I can't even remember any 2D games, to be honest, apart from one or two.
And there aren't any Kirby games on the GameCube, apart from Air Ride. Is that right?
Not that I can think of.
No, there aren't any. It's only Air Ride, yeah, that's right. This game sounds like a sequel.
Just sneakily looking through my collection here at the moment.
There are 2 quotes on the back of the box, but if I say those quotes, it will probably give it away. Puns.
No, I think I'm lost with this one. I'm just gonna have to go with the only game I can think of with some 2D elements, and I honestly can't remember the rest of your description, so this is going to sound ridiculous compared to some of it, I imagine. Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door.
It is Paper Mario, The 1,000-Year Door. Pulls it out. Nice one.
I would never
The
have
kind
thought
of
that.
missing thing was the ancient portal called the 1,000-Year Door, and Mario will have to make full use of his papery qualities just to survive.
And he does.
Let's hear the puns.
Yeah, the quotes on the back of the box. One was from Eurogamer, and it said, "Incredible."
God.
IGN then said, "A cut above the rest."
Oh dear. Oh dear.
On to your second GameCube game, and the last one. Here we go, Nick. Through a rift in space and time, pursue the hideous race known as the Beep and eliminate their fiendish schemes to end mankind's future. Blast through 10 huge environments in times such as a Beep, the gangster Beep, and the futuristic surface of Beep. An action-packed epic story unfolds through multiple objective-based missions with superbly animated cutscenes. Rage all-out war against insurmountable odds, utilizing the most lethal weapons of every era. Choose from over 100 playable characters to fight with or against in furious multiplayer mayhem. Create your own single or multiplayer games with a simple map maker.
Too easy.
Too easy. It's just obviously something I haven't played, but I want 100%, so... 100 worlds.
I don't think there's any pressure on you with this one, because even
map
if
maker.
Greg steals it, he still can't win. You've already sealed the victory here, Nick.
100 worlds and a map maker. Different weapons from different eras.
I think the first sentence was quite a...
What's the first sentence?
Through a rift in space and time.
It's something I haven't played in that case.
I'm going to look a little silly if I don't know what it is.
I'm going to make it a guess.
Carry on.
Not sure. I don't think it is this, but it's the closest thing I can think of that I haven't played that would likely be it. PNL3.
It's not, no.
Okay.
That I'm sure PNL3 would have a dance on the back of the box somewhere. Greg.
So yeah, obviously like the Rift, and then like 10 levels, and then the multiplayer with all those different characters, which may or may not include a monkey. And the level editor, it has to be Time Splitters 2.
It is. It
Oh,
most
no way.
certainly did include a monkey.
Of course. That's right.
And
well.
another giveaway was the gangster reference as well, which is the second level, isn't it?
I was thinking...
1920s Chicago.
I was thinking sci-fi. I mean, Time Splitters is a sci-fi, but...
Yeah.
Good one, Lee.
Okay, so that was our game, back of the box. I did have a tiebreaker. I don't know if you're interested in
Go on, let's
hearing
do
it. I would have said who can shout out the answer the fastest. The tiebreaker, it's massive. This is not from the back of a box, but this is actually from an eShop, so it's a Switch eShop game. It's also a physical game as well, but it's their description, which goes on forever, and I was going to carry on reading until someone got it right. Nick, you've already won, but this would have been the tiebreaker. Descend into darkness and brave the depths of a forgotten kingdom in Beep, an atmospheric and challenging 2D action adventure for Nintendo
Enter the
eShop.
Gungeon.
No. On Nintendo Switch, explore the vast interconnected world of Beep, unravel ancient mysteries, and conquer a menacing evil.
Hollow Knight?
It is Hollow Knight.
Ah! Whoops.
And I don't know if you can see that, but it goes on and on and on.
Wow.
What a massive description, which I copied and pasted. And highlighted red to block out. So, thank you for both playing Back of the Box, boys.
Back of the net.
Well done for winning, Nick.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give us a like if you've enjoyed our content. You can also check out our other great content on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and the N-E Café podcast from all good podcast providers. Just follow the links in the description below.